Hello, my name is Steve Bigelow with the Candlestick Forum. Having a chat room where everybody's looking for the same signals and patterns allows investors to take advantage of the RobinHood trades. We're not looking for RobinHood trades, but it allows you to take advantage of seeing what is performing on a candlestick chart. This week, we can see there was an up move in the Dow, not necessarily a reversal signal, but now you have a J-hook potential, and we were looking to see what was going to happen at this observable resistance level. Well, Friday, they came right up to it and maybe surpassed it a little bit, giving you that J-hook pattern potential, meaning the logic is if we can see the J-hook pattern setting up, and we know that wave 1 and wave 3 should be the same. If it breaks out through this level, that's a pretty good confirmation that it is definitely time to be buying, because we're looking at the J-hook pattern at the breakout level. Everybody else is looking to see that it's breaking out through that resistance level and starts piling in. Same scenario over here on the NASDAQ. Notice your bullish harami, more specifically a homing pigeon, which is a bullish harami is a big bearish candle with a bullish trading the next day. Well, the positive trading still had a bearish candle, meaning a red candle. That's still a harami, more specifically a homing pigeon, but it requires the same confirmation. Needs to see positive trading, which it did, bouncing right off the 50, creating a J-hook pattern potential. If the NASDAQ breaks out through this level, again, wave 3 in progress. So we had people in the chat room identifying when top was starting to break out, starting to see big volume. So this breakout pattern also gives us the advantage of knowing what to do using candlestick analysis. That if you see a breakout, should you be buying here, 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 or here? That's where you go to your 10-minute chart. Might be buying here, might be buying here, here, maybe not be buying here, but here, here, and here, and maybe taking profits here and buying back over here. As you saw, the next day, when this closed at 22 or 23, after hours it traded up to 71, started trading positive, but the same scenario. If you happen to have been lucky enough to be in one of these meme stocks, it went up all the way to 256. Where would you have known to take profits? Same scenario. Look at how the T-line and the buying continues, and the same factors for taking profits work on the 10-minute chart as well as on the 1-minute or the daily or monthly. Where do you take profits? Notice when it started getting real exuberance, trading well above the 10-minute T-line, and then a shooting star. This told you this is where the sellers were coming in. And note what happened after that gap up on the 10-minute chart. Obviously, at these levels, you were a heck of a long distance away from the T-line on the daily chart. But once you start seeing the selling, that gap up shooting star in the overbought area that far away from the T-line, once that occurred, you can see how the selling took control. And after hours, it closed back down to 59. So candlestick analysis is nothing more than illustrating when to be buying, going to your 10-minute chart, giving you that same illustration. So remember, candlestick charts work on all time frames. All right, so that's taking advantage, again, with a chat room where everybody's looking for the same pattern breakouts. It allows you not only to identify or have an alert when that's happening, but the 10-minute charts tell you when to get into a trade that's starting to skyrocket. Not that you're going to hit every breakout trade, but at least if you identify it and see what's going on, candlestick charts gives you the advantage of getting into a position and getting out on that rare occasion when you got huge price move. The sectors to watch this week is gas and oil and waste management. EQT, you can see how it did a best friend signal gap up off the 50, now up through this breakout area, still making the 200 the next target. There's other charts in that sector that are going to work well. Take a look at these. Waste management. SRCL, you can see the little fry pan bottom and the best friend signal. Remember, the best friend signal is one of your strongest indicators there's been a major change of investor sentiment. So not only are you going to get a high probability of the direction analysis, but usually the magnitude of the move is going to be fairly strong. Some more waste management charts that look good right now. So you can use this information right here. Anytime you see a pattern, our recommendation on CYH was based upon seeing the fry pan bottom setting up, and then what do we expect coming out of a fry pan bottom? A strong price move. And what alerts us to that strong price move? There's the best friend signal, the gaps up through the 50, telling us this uptrend is still in progress. Works just as well on the downside. The opposite of a fry pan bottom is your dumpling top. You can see on CrowdStrike how they did a double doji that failed at the 50 and the T-line, gap down. This usually implies there's going to be a lot more downside. So join us in the chat rooms. At least use the 2-week free trial. We're not trying to push anything on anybody other than the fact that if you learn to observe what the Japanese rice traders have illustrated to us for hundreds of years, that not only produces high probabilities of being in the right trade, but also increases your probabilities of being in strong trades to either the upside or the downside. That'll be it. We'll see you in the chat rooms.